Well, another way that Donald Trump has seized control of the media agenda, and this began last week and continued to some extent this week, is with his attacks on Bill Clinton, running against the nominee in waiting's husband. Again, she hasn't been nominated yet, and talking about all the past sex scandals, which has ignited a million cable news segments and web stories and everything else. So this morning on Meet the Press, Chuck Todd asked whether Trump was willing to bring up Bill Clinton's past only if Hillary Clinton continues to call him a sexist. Let's take a look at that exchange.
Is that a threat to her? Is that essentially what you're saying is, hey, you want me to go down that road? You go down that road, I go down this road. Is this sort of public threat?
I don't want to say it's a threat.
What is it?
It's a threat. Okay.
But it is a threat.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I can call it a nicer name. Yeah. She was saying he has tendencies toward being sexist.
Talking about who?
It's all about,
you?
Talking about me. And I said, wait a minute. She's married to an abuser. A woman claimed rape and all sorts of things.
So that was a candid answer. Yes, it's a threat.
And America loves those types of answers. It is the fact that he's able to say, you know what, if she attacks me, I will attack her. And it's fair game. And this is when you throw away the political rule book that we've all tried to follow for the past several presidential cycles, and the fact that, you know, if he's feeling threatened, he's going to go after her and attack her. That's what he's effectively been doing.
Michael, you've written that Hillary Clinton has an Achilles heel on this subject, and I'll ask you to come back to that point in a second. But you also say that Juanita Broaddrick, who accused Bill Clinton of rape back in 1978, and Paula Jones, who said he exposed himself in 91, and Kathleen Willey, who accused him of groping her in 1993 at the White House, should be viewed by the media as in a different category than Monica Lewinsky and Jennifer Flowers. Explain.
Well, it's pretty simple. I mean, with Monica Lewinsky and Jennifer Flowers, we know those things happened. Bill Clinton admitted them. With these, there's doubt. Now, you know, people watching Fox may have no doubt, but Bill Clinton says no. They say yes. There are some inconsistencies in their stories over the years. You know, I don't know the truth, but we don't know the truth, and Bill Clinton certainly isn't going to change his story, so we're never going to know.
So you're saying it's important for journalists to make distinctions. For example, Special Prosecutor Ken Starr didn't bring any charges involving or pursue the allegations. I mean, he pursued them, but he didn't find any evidence in the case of Juanita Broaddrick, for example.
Right. He didn't find any evidence in that case. And in the Willey case, he decided not to use her. He decided she wasn't a reliable witness. So there are all these mitigating things that make those different from Lewinsky and Flowers.
Now, of course, Bill Clinton's past misconduct is fair game. I mean, he'd be back living in the White House if his wife wins. But is this again a case of Donald Trump acting as a media's assignment editor?
To an extent, I think you can definitely argue that. On the other hand, Hillary Clinton said early in this campaign that she's standing up for survivors of sexual assault, and that anybody who says that they were assaulted needs to be believed. She said that on the record. So the fact that now we have cases, you know, with Juanita Broaddrick and Kathleen Willey, where people are saying we actually shouldn't believe these women, that gets back to how media holds Hillary to her own standard, right? Is Hillary believing these women who made allegations against her husband?
And you've written about or tweeted about Bill Clinton's team trashing some of these women, but is there any evidence that Hillary was involved in that effort, or just is it your view that she was kind of an enabler?
Well, it sounds like she was an enabler. I mean, again, looking back in the history of it all, it was clear that whenever any of these women back in the day, again, 20 years ago, would bring up their situation of rape or sexual assault, the Clinton machine was clear in jumping, trying to destroy them, attack them. I think Hillary was very disciplined to try to stay as far away from it as possible. That's a question we might never get that straight answer from her. And I think that's a question that's going to be in the mind of the American voters as well.
Brief response to that.
Yeah, what I meant by the Achilles heel was what Betsy said. She did say that thing about women should be believed. I think what she actually kind of meant was probably women should not be reflexively disbelieved.
All right, but she opened the door to the conversation we're having now, and that Donald Trump is having now, and that the media are having now. Send me a tweet at Howard Kurtz. Let's hear from you, and you can also email us mediabuzz@foxnews.com.